Perhaps the most obvious and technically complicated feature of all living organisms is this ability to sense their surrounding or environment that and respond to these environment stimuli, which could be physical, chemical, or biological. Hala. Uh, Sorry. We sense our environment through our sense organ. Obviously, similarly, plants also respond to environment like air, water, uh, light, temperature, like geotrophism, phototrophism, etc. All organisms from the prokaryotes to the most complex eukaryotes can sense and respond to environmental cues. Photoperiod affects reproduction in seasonal breeders because photoperiod during winter season it is observed that the flowering does not happen or very rare happen in plants because of the photoperiod. Light period is very small. That's all. But in summer season, as the periodism is light period is maximum, so many number of flowers are being seen in environment. Humans, then all organisms handle both plants and animals. All organisms handle chemicals entering their bodies. Obviously, we are also handling because we consume carbohydrate, water, and minerals and vitamin. That's it. All organisms therefore are aware of their surrounding. All are aware of their surrounding. Human being is the only organism who is aware of himself. That is, human has self-consciousness. Consciousness therefore becomes the defining property of living organism. That will be a plant or will be animal. Plant like periodism and animal like they have self. When it comes to human beings, it is all the more difficult to define the living state. We observe patients lying in coma in hospitals, actually supported by machines which replace heart and lung. The patient is otherwise brain dead. The patient has no self-consciousness. As he has no self-consciousness, then his consciousness is the defining property of living. In higher class, we will come to know that all living phenomena are due to underlying interaction. Properties of tissues are not present in the constituent cells but arise as a result of interaction among the constituent cells. There is not a tissue. At first, the cells interact with each other and form a tissue. Similarly, properties of cellular organelles are not present in the molecular constituent of organelle but arise as a result of interaction among the molecular components comprising the organ. These interactions result in emergent properties at a higher level of organ. This phenomenon is true in the hierarchy of organizational complexity of all levels. That means from generation to generation, we can observe what are the molecular changes, how they interact with each other. Therefore, we can say that living organisms are self-replicating. We are producing the same kind and self-regulating interactive system. We have also interactive system that we choose. We can say that living organisms are self-replicating, evolving, and self-regulating interactive system capable of responding to external stimuli. Biology is the story of life on Earth. Biology is the story of evolution of living organism on Earth. All living organisms, present, past, and future, are linked to one another by the sharing of the common genetic material, but to varying degrees. Then, diversity of the living world. If you look around, you will see a large variety of living organisms. Be a potted plant, insect, bird, your pet, animal, and plant. There are also several organisms that you cannot see with your naked eye, but they are all around you, like bacteria, virus, fungi, algae. If you were to increase the area that you make observation in, the range and variety of organisms you will see increase. That means in a small area you will find limited number of organisms, but in a large area you will find very different kind of species of organisms. Obviously, if you were to visit a dense forest, you would probably see a much greater number of and kinds of living organisms in it. In each different kind of plant, animal, organism that you see represents species. These are called the species. The number of species that are known and described range between 1.7 to 1.8 million. This refers to biodiversity or the number and types of organisms present on it. We should remember here that we explore new areas, even all old ones. New organisms are continuously being identified. As stated earlier, there are millions of plants and animals in the world. We know the plants and animals in our own area by their local name. These local names would vary from place to place. Like when we call the drumstick as munka or sajna, like that. So they have various name to name. They vary their name from place to place. Even within a country, probably you would recognize the confusion that it would be created if we did not find ways and means to talk to each other, to refer to organism we are talking about. Hence, there is a need to standardize the naming of living organisms such that a particular organism is known by the same name all over the world. This process is called nomenclature. That means a particular species would be renamed, will be called same in the entire world. In order to facilitate the study, number of scientists have established procedures to assign scientific name to each known organism. They established some procedures. This acceptable to biologists all over the world. For plants, scientific names based on agreed principle and criteria. It is based on International Code for Botanical Nomenclature (ICBN). You may ask, animals are evolved according to International Code of Biological Nomenclature. The specific names ensure that each organism has only one name. Description of an organism should enable in any part of the world to arrive at same name. They also ensure that such a name has not been used for other known organisms. Biologists follow universally accepted principles to provide scientific name to known organisms. Each name has two components. It is important, that is generic name and epithet, specific epithet. As the scientific name consists of two terms, bi-terms. So this is called as binomial nomenclature. Two terms, generic name and specific epithet. Like example, and this system was introduced by scientist Carlos Linnaeus. So he is known as the father of the binomial nomenclature. The naming system is a two-word format was found convenient. It is very convenient. It could be used in every way. Let us take the example of mango to understand the way of providing scientific names better. Scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. Let us see how it is a binomial name. In this name, Mangifera presents the genus, while indica. Mangifera is the genus and indica is the specific epithet or species. Other universal rule what are biological name are generally in Latin. It is written in Latin and written in italics. They are Latinized or derived from the Latin irrespective of their origin. They are made to originated in India, but their name should be according to Latin. The first word is a biological name, represents genus, and second one represents specific epithet. Both the words are biological name, have underwritten, are separately underlined, or printed in italics to indicate their Latin origin. The first word denoting the genus starts with a capital letter, and the specific epithet starts with a small letter. It can be illustrated with the example of a mango. Name of the author appears after the specific epithet is at the end of the biological name and is written in the abbreviated form, that is Mangifera indica Lin. Lin means Linnaeus gave that name. Since it is nearly impossible to study all the living organisms, it is necessary to devise some means to make this possible. This process is called classification. So there are some million of species, so we need to classify among them according to their features. Classification is the process by which anything is grouped into convenient category based on some easily observable characters. Basing on characters, we can easily classify them. We easily recognize groups such as plants or animals, dogs, cats, insects. The moment you use any of the term, we associate certain characters with the organism indirectly. What image do you see when you think of a dog? Obviously, each one of us will see dogs, not cats. Not if we were to think of Atlanteans, we know that we are talking about. Similarly, suppose we were to say mammals, you would of course think of mammals which have external ear, body here. Likewise, if we say in plants, if we try to talk of wheat, the picture in each of our mind will be of a wheat plants, not of rice or any other plant. Hence, all these dog, cat, mammal, wheat, rice, plant, animal are convenient category we use to study organism. The scientific term for this category is called as taxa. Categorization classification is called as taxa. Here we must recognize that taxa can indicate the category at a different level. Plants also form a taxa. Wheat is also a taxa. Animal, mammal, dog, all are taxa. That means that species one type of a species. But you know that dog is a mammal and mammals are animals. Therefore, animals, mammals, dogs, different taxa at different level. According to that level, taxa are different for them. Here, based on characteristics, all living organisms can be classified into different taxa, basing on the classification features. This process of classification is called as taxonomy. External structure and internal structure. Along with structure of cell, what are the development process, what are the ecological information of organism, how the organism adapts with this environment, with this ecology, are essential and for the basis of a modern taxonomy study. Your characterization, first we have to characterize what are the features, outer feature, inner features, then we identify, then we classify, and then we these are the process of a basic to taxonomy. So it will be asked in question that what are the basics of taxonomy? Write down this question. What are the basics of taxonomy? Write down this question. What are the basics of taxonomy? What are the process that are basics in taxonomy? Did you write that? What are the basics of taxonomy or process of taxonomy? Did you write? Okay. Taxonomy is not something new. Human beings have always been interested in knowing more and more about the various kind of organisms. As human have self-consciousness, they have eagerness, particularly with reference to their own use. In early days, human beings needed to find sources for their basic need of food, clothing, and shelter. So, according to the human need, we find different organisms. And the earliest classification were based on the use of various organisms. Human beings were since long not only interested in knowing more about different kind of organism and their diversity, but also the relationship among them. The branch of study was referred to as systematics. It is called as a systematics. The word is systematics. So you write down the question. What is systematics? What is systematics? The word systematics is derived from the Latin word systema. Systema means systematic arrangement of organisms. like according to height, according to feature, according to fairness, like that. Linnaeus used System and Nature as the title of his publication. The book he published is System and Nature. The scope of systematics was later enlarged to include identification, then it identified nomenclature and classification. Systematics takes place into account information relationship between organisms. Now we will come to, now you read, and after that we will study the taxonomic category.